Hello, my name is Christine. I am a confident beginner sewist. Um, and I am making my first YouTube video so I can share some of my mix. So I have been sewing now for probably about 3 years or so. Yeah, it would be about 3 years. When I began sewing, I it was mainly like crafty bits. So I would have been sewing like eye masks and weight packs. Those ones you can heat up in the microwave. I was making nappies. Which was actually a lot harder. Like, why would somebody start sewing nappies? They're so hard. Anyway, and I made my own pattern for making the nappies as well. Even more ridiculous. But anyway, that was where I started. I started with nappies and simple mix, and then I think about maybe 2 years ago, then 2.5 years ago, I started trying to dabble in garment sewing. And the first garment that I was properly trying to have a go at was actually this little delight. It was a kid's pattern. It was this wee t-shirt up the top. You can see where I got it, Craft Woman. But yeah, it was a Burda Kids 9316. I actually made this one quite successfully, and it's so cute. Honestly, you've no idea the cuteness. I made it for my niece, and I have since had a daughter myself, and now it has been gifted back to her, and she's so cute in it. Well, she's nearly out of it now. But anyway, I was trying to make this t-shirt. Disaster. Unmitigated disaster. Nearly put me off garment sewing completely. I was pregnant with my third child. He was due in about maybe 6 weeks, and I think the course was about 10 weeks long. So me bright idea, I decided I was going to start this. It was a recreational sewing course down in Belfast Met, and I was going to drive to Belfast once a week and go to this wee sewing course, and it was going to be great. And then I was going to have my baby in the middle of it, and I was going to take a week off to have my baby, and then I was going to go back next week. Didn't work. I mean, I think I got 2 weeks out from my due date, or a week out from my due date, and the drive down, and it wasn't over until I think it was 9:30 it was on until, and then the drive home at like 10 o'clock at night. No, just was not happening, that late stage pregnancy. Especially whenever I already had another toddler and an almost teenager to run around after as well at the same time. It was crazy, but we have to try these things. We have to try. So anyway, I got this pattern and traced it, because I'm a tracer. No cutting directly into patterns here. Nope. My size fluctuates far too much. And plus with kids patterns, cutting straight into a kids pattern? No way. Sure, you'd never get any use out of it. But anyway, I got it all traced, got my fabric to practice on from so-and-so in Lurgan, and Kieran very kindly sorted me out with just some old fabric that really wasn't, it was horrible stuff. It was horrible stuff, but that I was just using it as to make a toile. So I got my pieces all cut out, went down to my wee class and was working my way through it, and I just could not make head nor tail of the instructions. It just did not make sense to me. So I brought the instructions and the pattern pieces. Well, no, initially I brought the instructions up to the teacher thinking she'll know. So she showed it to her and she was like, let me see the pattern pieces, let me see what you're sewing. So I brought everything up to her then, and she sat with it for about 10 minutes. Could not figure it out. No matter how long she spent with it, she couldn't figure it out anyway. So even the pattern piece, she was like, I don't even know how, with my experience, I don't even know how I would wing, like guessing, trying to put it together myself, not following the instructions. But anyway, that kind of took the wind out of my sails a bit. That and the fact that, you know, obviously I went into labour, had a small child, toddler, teenager-ish coming. So I didn't sew for a while. And I think actually the next thing that I made possibly was, well, apart from a few more nappies, I think it actually was the wee suit for my niece. I think that might have actually been the next thing. Not 100% sure, but anyway. But yeah, it put me off for a while, because I just was like, if a teacher can't even make out instructions, like how am I ever going to be able to sew anything? So then I discovered YouTube, discovered indie patterns, and they're a lot easier. Not easier, that's not. But the instructions are more in depth. The instructions are more detailed, and I find the garments then come together a bit easier. Still takes me ages. But yeah, I ended up then, no, the next thing I made was hello, behind you, dummy, what I have on my mannequin. The next thing I made was an Ogden Cami for my son's christening. So this wee pattern here, the Ogden Cami, and it is from sizes, chest size 32 inches to 44.5, waist 26 inches to 38.5 inches, and hip 34 inches to 46.5 inches. And I'll show you the line drawings, although I am so sure that you have all seen it before. Yes, I'm sure you've all seen it before, but just in case there's anybody that hasn't, the Ogden Cami by True Bias. And the fabric is gorgeous. It's a double gauze. The fabric suggestions were lightweight woven fabric such as crepe, rayon, challis, voile. Don't know how I say that. And lightweight linens. So nice, lightweight, drapey. So of course I went for a double gauze. It was pretty, and I wanted a top out of it, and I wanted an Ogden Cami out of it. So this is the fabric. A nice wee close up of it. This is another make that I have done in it, but you're not seeing it properly yet. Not yet. But you can see the like wee gold dots on it. So cute. So cute. That fabric came, and the pattern itself I bought from a shop in Brookshane. I can't say it properly either. I'm not very good with pronunciations, so please forgive me. It came from Oh So Shop. The lovely Rebecca, she is actually closed temporarily at the minute. But I mean, True Bias, you know, you can pick that up in so many different sewing shops. Just type it in and you'll find it somewhere, I'm sure, if you don't already have it. But yes, that was my next make, and I realised obviously that was a number of years ago, but the reason it's on my mannequin is because I have vowed to myself to try and make things in my wardrobe a bit more wearable. And as much as I love the fabric, I love the Ogden Cami, I just wasn't reaching for the top. And the simple reason was when I put it on underneath my arms, you could see my bra. And some people are cool, some people can get away with that. Like, I'm not cool. I'm just not. I'm not cool. So I couldn't get away with it, and I didn't like it. So I decided that I would change the straps. I took the straps and shortened them, put it back together, and now I can wear it. Yay! So that's why it is on the mannequin at the minute. That was my next make. Now, what I'm actually wearing at the minute is another True Bias pattern. It is the Roscoe blouse. Can you see that? And I love it. I love it. I made this whenever I was expecting there recently. I just had another little baby, little girl, Caitlin. She's 14 weeks now, coming up on 15 weeks. So whenever I was expecting, I just needed something that had room and was nice and cool. And I had got this lovely dotty viscose from Thread Quarters. Lovely Susie, she's my favourite. I had got this from her quite a while ago, and I think she still has some of this in stock. I'll have a nosy on her website, and if she does, I'll pop a link below, but I'll pop a link onto the Thread Quarters website anyway, because honestly, go and look. And her linen, her linen is just amazing. She gets Irish linen from a mill in Northern Ireland here, and it is just, I mean, if you know anything about linen, Irish linen, you can't beat it. You just can't. There's a long history of, even in the town that I'm from here, there's a long history of linen making in Ireland. We're just fabulous at it. Who knew? But anyway, I got this lovely, it's Lady McElroy or Lady McElroy, whichever way you choose to pronounce it, from the lovely Susie. And it is so comfortable. I mean, I made it for when I was expecting. The only thing I would change now, I just made it straight out the pack. I didn't make any alterations whatsoever, even though I was making it for my expectant body. I didn't make any alterations. That's how much ease there is in it. And let me tell you, I was not a small pregnant lady. No, I had a big bump. Caitlin was nearly 9 pounds when she got earthside. But the Roscoe has a good amount of ease in the pattern, so you can get away with making, I would say I could probably get away with making a few sizes smaller than this, but I'm only 5'3", and to me, I just think the sleeves are a bit, they're at that kind of, I'm like, oh, they're at that kind of in-betweeny length. They're not quite bracelet length for me, and they're not quite short enough to be 3/4 length either. So what I'm going to do, I know at this stage everybody says, so when I make my next one I will make these changes. No, it's not me. I do not like to waste any fabric whatsoever. I don't want to have makes that I have in the wardrobe and go, oh yeah, it's lovely, but I'm not really fussed on wearing it, because this, I'm going to take the cuff off this, the wee, not the cuff, is it the cuff? Yeah. This band at the bottom, I'm going to take it off, and then I'm going to shorten it by about 2 inches, and hopefully put this back on again. And if this doesn't go on neatly after it's been unpicked, I'll just make another piece. I mean, I have scraps that are big enough to certainly accommodate 2 wee bits that size. so that is the plan. I'm going to shorten the sleeves by about 2 inches, but other than that, I mean, straight out the pack. I don't know what size True Bias draft their patterns for. Does it say? No. And in this, what size did I make? I circled this stuff, did I? No, I didn't. Anyway, and the sizes in this one as well are the same as the Ogden. They are chest size 32 to 44 inches. Sorry, 44.5. Waist is 26 inches to 38.5 inches. And the hip is 34 inches to 46.5. My measurements would put me roughly somewhere between a 10 and a 12. I would say I probably went for the 12, being pregnant and all. And like I said, there's a lot of ease in it, but like I still love wearing it. And I know at the minute we have been having sort of really fluctuating temperatures, but it's perfect for that because it's cool, but your arms are still covered, so it's nice and floaty and flowy, but you're never too warm, you're never too cold. It's one of those ones kind of just in between. Just take a wee sip of tea, a wee fennel tea. In my lovely banjoed chipped cup that I've had for years with my nickname on it, Bella. I made that years ago whenever I was working in a day nursery. We made these with the kids. And it was just before I left, and the staff bought me this as my leaving present. Because you had to pay for the cup, obviously, so they paid for it for me. So loved. But yes, so that is my introduction. That's who I am. I am Christine. This is what I'm wearing. That's what's on my mannequin. That's where my sewing journey started. I will hopefully get another video made very soon, and I'll fill you in on my mechs that I have in the pipeline. I have a lovely project folder that my mother lovingly bought for me. It was another one of those random things. You know, whenever your mum buys random stuff and just shows up at your house with it and goes, "You could really use this, couldn't you?" And you go, "Sure, okay." And then you actually do realise, oh, I could use that. So anyway, I have a project file full of mechs, and hopefully I'll be back to share those with you. Until I see you lovely people again, be safe, enjoy your own sewing journeys, and hopefully come back and share in mine. If you like the video, give me a like, give me a thumbs up, and also feel free to subscribe. Hopefully I'll be around for quite a while, so you can come back and join in with my sewing journey. If you have ever tried Burda 9316, comment below. How did you find it? Was it a nightmare? Did you figure out where to put the random pattern piece? And if you have ever made any of the Roscoe or the Ogden, by the way, I do actually have I do sew with other sewing companies or pattern companies. I'm not a True Bias sponsor, I promise. But those just happen to be where I started. But anyway, yes, thumbs up, subscribe, and I'll see you next time with some plans and some of my stash fabrics to share with you. All right, take care, everybody. Bye.